Welcome to TechZine.tv.
Welcome to a new episode of TechSign TV. We're still at HPE Discover, and we're talking to Brad Shapiro. He's SVP Global Strategy and Execution at HPE Financial Services. That's a whole mouthful, but it's about how you finance your next big infrastructure or software solution from HPE. Welcome, Brad.
Well, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
HPE Financial Services. Can you tell us in short what it is and what it offers and how it can help organizations?
Yeah, so we're a captive financing organization for HPE, and we also offer IT lifecycle solutions to really help customers optimize their IT investments. And we offer a number of solutions from financing to ITAD services. We offer certified pre-owned solutions for customers trapped on legacy workloads, things like that. So again, lots of solutions, but it's all about helping customers on their journey, leveraging technology and creating smarter IT life cycles.
It's kind of sort of a bank of HPE with a lot of consulting involved.
Yeah,
and
like
how
a
you
bank on
budget your.
steroids. We've got a lot more capabilities in the bank. And I would say our key differentiation is our expertise in managing assets over their life cycle. We've got a whole organization dedicated to refurbishing and remarketing equipment. We put a significant amount of the equipment back into reuse after its initial useful life.
Okay.
So we're very focused on a circular economy, and really, as customers think about what's the latest technology they want to go to, we find a home and a second life for that older
So
technology.
can customers buy equipment then that's been used before?
Sure, there's a whole market for the secondary market for used technology, and we've got a whole team that's focused on that.
Okay, and that's a bit more attractive probably in pricing as well then.
Yeah, then that provides customers savings.
Yeah.
Well, not only for customers buying the used equipment, but for those customers buying latest technology. We have leasing solutions, we've got GreenLake offerings, and even if they purchase it, we can provide them with an ITAD solution, which can recapture value.
You mentioned GreenLake.
Yeah,
You introduced that years ago, and it's more consumption based and more
absolutely.
looking into how you're using your infrastructure and scaling based on your usage,
Yeah.
basically. That also changed the financial way you pay for products, right?
That's right. Yeah. So HPE Financial Services kind of sits behind the scenes, right? GreenLake has a service-based contract, a consumption contract with the customer. HPFS, we're leveraging that whole IT lifecycle solution and helping manage that asset over time for HPE. So I kind of think of it as the engine behind GreenLake when it
Hmm.
comes to the hardware assets. But GreenLake's becoming a lot more than just a consumption-based model. Particularly, the announcements with the platform and the whole cloud ops software stack, with Morpheus, OpsRamp, Zerto, and the software solutions that go along with the cloud ops management suite. That's a really attractive proposition from HPE. And one of the things we're doing as HPEFS is providing extremely attractive payment solutions. So Antonio mentioned it at his keynote that customers can look to acquire that and pay over 3 years the same as cash. So we can create a payment plan. So it's almost like an interest-free financing
Okay.
type of scenario to make it more accessible to more customers.
So instead of paying the full amount upfront, you can spread it over 3 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that can be interesting. I think especially if you look in AI workloads, right? Is there also an option for that? Because I know a lot of organizations are looking into AI, and some are
Yeah,
doing it in the cloud, and others prefer to do it on premise because of the
yeah,
data they have, and they don't want to put it
sh-
up in the cloud. And
sure.
HPE has the AI factory solution for that.
That's right.
But the cost of an AI infrastructure can be quite substantial because
That's right.
if you're doing inferencing, it doesn't have to be really expensive. But
Yeah.
if you want to use very extensive models, for example, it can be more expensive. How do you help customers finance that? Because is there a way to get into your own on-premise AI infrastructure without paying a huge amount upfront?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, AI, as you mentioned, I like to refer to it as being capital intensive, right? Particularly if you're looking
That's a
for a
finance
yeah,
term, I guess.
right, exactly, right. Capital, it means it costs a lot,
Yeah.
right? But it's capital intensive if you want to do AI at a large scale, right? Of course, with our private cloud AI solutions, we have the various different configurations from small all the way to larger
Yeah.
scale items. But when it's capital intensive, yeah, we offer financing solutions. You can do it as part of a GreenLake solution. Again, paying over time on a cost per GPU per hour type of basis. So there's lots of um, financial solutions to pay for that over time. The other thing we do, which is kind of that hidden gem, is we can look at customers' existing IT estate and look to monetize some of those assets. So maybe it's assets that are excess. As I mentioned, we can find that second home for an asset, put it back into reuse, and we can share those proceeds back with customers, and they can apply those proceeds to helping fund AI. So
Okay.
so there's lots of ways we're going about looking at how we can help customers really get into AI, figure out how to pay for those, and also look to time the benefits that they would get from that AI solution with the cost. So some of the things we're doing, for instance, on private cloud AI, we can offer uh, very low payments for the first 6 months, and then have those payments ramp up later after they get the AI working and start getting those benefits, really aligning the costs and the benefit.
Yeah, because they're usually building out their AI projects and using it
Exactly.
more and more. So then it's worth to pay a bit more as well.
Yeah.
But you also mentioned paying per GPU and per hour is.
Well, so you see in many of the like service contracts,
Mhm.
they're structured as a consumption cost per GPU per hour type of contracts. And so, again, much like GreenLake, we're sitting behind those contracts in an embedded way, managing the asset over its life to allow a more consumption-based type of offering.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay full.
You don't have to pay for the full,
Yeah,
you
for the
know,
full infrastructure
infrastructure.
within the contract period because it can be reused and
That's right.
applied. Oh, that's very
Yeah, so
interesting.
so it's a consumption-based
Yeah.
model.
Okay.
Again, like, HPE's really, they're known for their engineering, right? We make great products, we have innovative products. We like to think of ourselves at HPEFS as the financial engineers,
Yeah,
right?
but I guess people are very familiar with the cloud and okay, we're gonna run this AI workload and it's
Mhm.
gonna run for 20 minutes and
Yeah.
it will cost X because we only use it for 20 minutes.
Mhm.
But you can do the same with GreenLake basically.
Yeah, so GreenLake, it's a similar model,
Yeah,
but it's more on-prem or in a
yeah,
colo. So that hybrid cloud type of model for AI, we can do that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
But I think some organizations still don't really get that because they still think, oh, it's on-prem, so I have to buy the whole server, even
Right.
even if it's in a special finance contract. But you don't because it's GreenLake.
That's right.
Okay. Do you need to be a certain type of organization to make use of HPE Financial Services, or is it for every organization?
Yeah, so HPE Financial Services, we serve the small and medium business market all the way up to the largest global enterprise customer, as well as public sector. We're doing a lot of business with sovereign,
Hmm.
the governments around the globe. AI is kind of heating up with a lot of governments. So yeah, we really serve the broader commercial market, both from a financing perspective as well as the IT lifecycle services that I talked about.
Yeah, in Europe, sovereign is a big team at the moment because of the struggle relationship
Yeah.
between some countries at the moment. Let's call it that. Do you see a rise in sovereign questions or sovereign solutions you can sell?
Yeah, so I think what we're seeing is sovereign becoming interested in the technology and looking to make investments.
Hmm.
So I think there's a really good opportunity for HPE to play with in that government space where they're looking to invest in technology, as well as across the enterprise. So those are kind of two areas where HPE has traditionally played, and I think we are very competitive and can do a great job both for governments and for large enterprises around the
Okay.
world.
Thank you, Brad, for
Yeah,
this
sure.
insight in HPE Financial Services. Thank you for watching TechSign TV. We'll be back with more videos from HPE Discover, so keep watching.
Thank you for watching TechScene TV, the channel about enterprise technology that brings you IT insights and analyses from events all around the globe. We cover everything, everywhere. Visit techscene.eu for more written in-depth articles and analysis, or keep watching techscene.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels and share your favorite videos with your colleagues. We'll see you soon.